Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mark Isaac Potter Presents. Today we have the privilege of interviewing a young genius. I think this young man is going to be a big star on the world stage in just a few years. He's quite, you may or may not be able to tell as he talks, but I've interviewed my show has interviewed about 700 people. And this young man is on his way to being the next whatever. I don't even know who to compare him to. So I would, if I were you all, I'd pay attention and I'd give him a call or send him an email and such. Paul, how's it going over there in Nigeria this morning or tonight or whenever it is? It's okay over there?
Good morning time.
Morning time. Okay. All right. So I know we've done
It's
one or two shows already because I posted them tonight on social media again. But
okay.
what do you want to share with us today?
So basically, I'm just gonna put more light about uh about trading and give us some some how do I say facts about life.
Okay.
I Yes, to my best knowledge.
All right. Go ahead and tell us things. I mean, you're also an investor, but you're going to also tell us about life, huh?
Like because one thing is, some people whenever a trading or something or investment platform is created and introduced to people, they uh they tend to underestimate it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is they tend to how do I put it? They tend to say, oh, this thing it is gambling. It's a
Oh, I see.
professional.
Okay. Yeah, that investing can be like gambling. Yeah, but it's really not with your
Yes.
binary
So
method, right?
yes. So they tend to tell me that it's a professional gambling. It's a legal. It's a legalized gambling or something. Can
Yeah.
you hear me? Can you
I
hear me
can
clear?
hear you, although I know English is not your first language, but if you can try to enunciate better, sometimes I hear you, but I don't understand the words, frankly. I'm being honest. I apologize, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't speak. I don't speak your language, and I don't have a translator machine embedded in the show. I bought a translator recently, and I can't figure out how to use it, but even if I could, it wouldn't be one
So
that would work in the show. That's better, I
can
think.
you
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Well, something. Well, the sound sounded better, but the internet was messing up on that one. So we'll just keep going. I would say the things you share with us, please just repeat them several times so that
So
maybe we get them
what
one
I'm
out of
saying
three or
is
something.
the what I'm going to be sharing on the show today is based on facts about life, and then some how do I put it, um about the binary options, how it's done, how the
Right.
investment is analyzed. So
Okay. You said you do something called binary. What I would call
okay,
binary investing. Is that how you'd put it or not?
binary trading.
Binary trading. Okay. So, and it has a certain amount of safety to it, right? the
Mm-hmm.
way you do it. Is
Yes.
accurate or okay? So tell us about that, how it works, or whatever aspect you want to tell us.
Okay. So first of all, um, one thing I come to understand about this trading is um it requires knowledge. Before anyone can make money with binary trading, it requires knowledge.
But
You
what I
know.
like, can I interrupt you sometimes? Is that okay or not? So
Yes, sure.
what I like about you is you have that knowledge already.
Yes.
So as long as the people listening like you, know you, and trust you, they can invest with you, and they don't have
Mm-hmm.
to bother learning all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, and you had said the minimum investment, well, it can go up to several $1 million, but you said it could be as low as what, 10,000 or something,
It could be
or
as low
not?
as it could be as low as five.
Okay. So I'll try to reword some things you say just so that, if you don't mind, so that people, we do know that people understand it.
Okay,
But
okay,
I'm here to help. So if I do something wrong, just beat me up through the screen or something.
okay, okay.
All right, go ahead, young man. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Okay. So now basically, as you said, the binary investments is something I handle. But some people, with the experience they've had with some people in the past, let's say for example, somebody reaching out to them, trying to help them grow their investment, or let's say trying to encourage them to take action to invest, and then at the end of the day, maybe they lose contact with the person or the person is not reaching out to them. So a lot of reasons why people when people hear about the binary investment and they feel like, no, I don't think I'm interested. It's because of those things. But basically, with the binary options, I trade with binary options, and I have this goal to change people's orientation about
Mm,
investment now in a positive way. For
right.
example, whereby you have your investment running, you have your investment running, and you also have returns on your investment, because that's very important. So basically, now, if an investor reaches out to me and says, okay, I think I have 5K, I have this amount of money, let me not mention figures, that let's say, for example, then my own is to align with the investor's goal. For example, the investor will have a personal goal in which
Right.
he wants to raise the money for. He has the personal goal, and as long as he has the personal goal, then my goal is to align to his goal, and provide the best solution. That okay,
Okay. Okay.
this is the best.
Good.
This is
That's
the
good.
best. This is the best. This is the best way of
Yeah.
achieving this goal,
What
because
that person wants. Yeah.
when yes, yes. So when I like only on the chat, because the chat will not do much. But if the investor and I create a Zoom call, and then okay, he says, Paul, this is my goal, like we are doing now, like the call we are having now. Then we come face to face and say, okay, this is what this is what we are um uh uh this is what my goal is, and
Right.
okay,
Right.
that he
Good.
tables out everything, because some people have a budget of 5K, 10K, and now let's say they want to start they want to start a business, in the
Right.
next in the next couple of let me say 2 months, and
Okay.
then maybe it took them like 10 months or 5 months to save the 5K, but they are they really want to get started with the business, or they want to venture into what they want to use it for before the next before the next 2 months. Then
Okay. Okay.
it's what we can discuss and align with, and then in many other ways. Now, basically, this trading of a thing, I discovered that some people prefer, how do I put it? Some people prefer going to some platforms, investing their money in the platforms, and then keeping it there. Let's say if every let's say some people are being promised that the investments can grow, let's say 10% in a
Is
year.
are those platforms a situation where people have to learn how to operate the platform in order to
No,
do the trading?
those those platforms, you don't just have to trade or learn about anything. Just put your money there.
Yeah. Oh,
When
I see.
you put your money there, when you put your money there, and then maybe in a year you get 10%. Now this
Oh,
is
I
how the
see.
platform this is how the platform works. Those platforms
Other
make
people's platforms, not your
yes,
platform.
yes. Those
Yeah.
platforms make those platforms make way more than they deliver.
I see. So you get 10% and they get much more.
Yes, they make way more than they deliver. You get
Okay.
10%. You get 10% while they have make a lot of money
Right.
from
Okay.
than the amount you get. Because trading, as far as it is handled by professionals, by people who know the discipline, who knows the rules of the trading, who knows how to handle the market, although nobody can give 100% about the market, because uh the I do not let me put it this way: the market is not designed for us to understand it all, because it's a market. You can't know everything in the market. You can't know
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen today, but you can be somehow accurate
Yeah.
based on your experience, based on based on your trading style, and based on the ways you have been approaching the market. You can be somehow accurate and predict
You cut out on us somehow. Let me see if I can figure out what happened. It did cut out somehow, Paul. Are you still there? I can call you on the phone on WhatsApp. Uh, Paul, are you there? Paul, Paul, Paul. Oh boy. Well, folks, we obviously lost Paul. Let's see here. Paul, you there, Paul? Are you there? Oh, you. We lost you here for a while. All right, there you are. Did you know that we lost you, or could you tell?
I'm here with you now.
Could you?
Can you
I
hear me?
Now I can. Could you tell that we had lost connection on your end? Could you tell
Yes,
or
we
not?
lost connections right now, so I
Okay.
think it's
Well,
recovered already
just
right now.
go ahead and start it. You know, go ahead and tell us what you're telling us. I'm
Okay,
sorry that the
so
connection's not good. I don't know that yeah, you're my fault. It might just be the Starlink or something, whatever that thing Musk has up there.
okay, you are using the Starlink?
I don't know what I'm using. I don't think so because I've had this computer for 250 years. So there's a joke in there somewhere.
So, as I was saying, as I was saying, the 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 binary trading requires you to understand some certain levels of of things. So basically, if you are a trader, for instance, and you trade the market, let's say almost every day, then
Well,
you have a daily
you do that,
discipline.
right? You trade almost every day.
Say that again.
I would say that you trade almost every day, don't you? I would think.
Yes, I trade almost every day.
Because this is
I
the
trade almost
third
every day.
show
So
we've done, so
only I
you're not a stranger to this whole conversation. I really like the way you presented it in the past, how you explained it to us that, the binary system has a certain level of safety features in it. And I just think it would be wise for people to learn more about what you're doing. Have you ever thought of writing a small book about what you know, or
yes.
small?
I'm
It could be
I'm
20, 30 pages even.
Say that again.
It could be like only 20 or 30 pages, but it would still help us figure out,
Mm,
the part
what
that
I'm
we as
looking forward to
investors.
do, what I'm looking forward to do is to create a course where people can
Okay. Okay.
learn,
Good. Okay.
read and
Nice.
learn
That would
about
be nice.
trading.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Good. All right. Anyway, can you put the whole
So
thing that you
because
want us to know in some simple form that we can understand, because we don't have to know a lot. You know most of it. We just have to know that there are some safety features that the minimum is 5,000 and that, you can do something with it within a shorter period of time than a lot of other trading platforms, right? Would you say? That's the way I would put it anyway. I don't know.
say, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me go straight to the point now. Um, with the binary trading, if an investor is reaching out to to with the 5,000, there's something as small accounts. Small account starts from, let's say, all these hundreds, let's say hundreds to 900 to 1,000 or two. They are still a small account. They are not really a big account.
Right.
So there is some account that they are just within 1,000 to just 9,000. There are some accounts that are 10,000 and above, and there are some accounts that is to 99,000, and there's some accounts that is 100,000 and above. So basically, if this investor reaches out that, okay, I want to trade with, let's say, 5 or 10,000,
Right.
what people don't understand is what they believe is if I want to start trading, I risk the whole 10,000 into the market. No, we are not jumping anywhere.
Now, what do you mean by that? No, you're not jumping anywhere. You're
Like what
saying
I'm saying is,
they're
we
investing too
what
fast,
what
they're
I'm saying is,
investing too much. What are you saying?
like what I'm saying is, I believe in process, not to jump to results, not to jump.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
I'm not trying to double it right now. What I
I
want to
see.
do is do the right investment process and bring
Okay.
in
Nice. Sweet.
prog- uh,
Okay.
uh, profit progressively.
I like it. Okay. Very
Mm-hmm,
nice. Very nice. Thank
mm-hmm.
you.
So if
Okay.
at all, out of any investment, let's say on a small account, I invest maximum of 3% every day.
Okay.
So the highest risk of my trade every day is a 3%. So
I see.
if
Okay.
and I gave you an instance that day that binary options, one thing that it has a fixed payment, a fixed payout. So let's say if I invest, let's say I have a 5K account, and let's say I invest $50 in the market right now. I trade on a certain time frame. The highest time frame I trade is 5 minutes on every entry. So if I trade 5 minutes on an entry with a $50, so I'm getting a fixed payout of if my entry goes the right way, if it goes the way I want it, then I predict it, then I'm making a profit of 46 $46 for the investor on that
Huh.
entry. So let's say on a
So
5K account,
that's 100%, right? Or not? If you put in 50
that's
bucks and you get
92%.
40. Huh. So you can really do that in a day?
Yes. So
Huh. That's crazy. That's a lot.
so let's
Wow.
say and on a 5K account, the maximum amount I will risk on every entry is $50
Okay.
or $100.
I
So
understand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good.
if I risk, let's say if I risk $100 and then
Right.
the payout of $100 is 92 is 92 $92. Now if there's a profit of $92 and I could do, let's say, at least three to five trades on that account
Okay.
for that
All
day,
right.
and I was able to make $92 times five. So $92 times five is is 460. So now let's say I make 460 for the out of the 5K accounts, I was able to make 460 in the first day. I think I'm cool. I'll go out of the market. I'll have a break till the following day again. So which means highest, if I could make a 300, 300 to 460 on a daily basis, I'll have to opt out of the market. And if I choose to do a better discipline, maybe to choose a lower, like to lower the amount I can make an entry on daily basis, then I would make entry of $50. So let's say $50, I make entry of $50, and then I'm profiting on a daily basis. Let's say if I make an entry of $50, so $50 is $46 payout on an
Right.
entry,
Right. Right.
and let's say I'm able to make like five on a daily basis. That's $230.
You
So
can
let's
you
say
can
I
really,
make, let's say
but
I make,
Paul, you're saying you can really do that. You can take $50 and within 5 minutes you can
yes.
make 42, $49 on it, right?
Let me tell you the real fact. I have people that makes way more than $920 on a daily, on a single entry.
People that are your clients or other traders that you know.
Like I tell you that the entry depends on the account. If I'm working on
What
the
do you mean?
if
What do
I'm
you mean
working on
by
a
that?
hundred
The
thousand
entry
dollar
depends
account,
on the account. What does that mean?
say that again.
You said the entry depends on the account. I do not know what that means.
Yes. So okay. Let me make it better. I'm speaking I'm speaking the language of traders. So
Right,
you're not a
right. No,
trader. So
I'm not a
so
trader. I
if
can
if you
promise
are a
you.
trader, if I say $100,000 account, it depends on the capacity of the account, then you would know that it is the amount on the account I'm talking about. So you are not a trader, so I'm gonna teach you some things
Hmm.
about trading so you can also be a trader.
I have no interest in being a trader. I just wish I had the money to
Yeah,
give
I'm
you
just
for what
kidding.
you're
I'm
doing.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I like doing TV myself, so
Mhm. So
yeah.
what I mean is this. So I'm talking about account. It means the capacity of the account, like the amount of investment on the account, maybe $100 to $900 account, $1,000 to $9,000 account, a $10,000 to $99,000
Right.
account, $100,000 account, and above. You get it. So basically, the entries, the risk I can take on an account depends on how much is on the account. It depends on how much is invested. Let's say if it is a $10,000 account, then the highest I will risk is, like, let me say, $300 on an
Oh, I see.
entry,
Okay.
and $300. Yes, so and three hundred
Okay.
dollars will give me a fixed payout.
Does that represent a certain percentage that you're like with a $5,000 account, you're risking $50. That's like what, 1/10 of 1% or something, or what is it? I'm
Say
just
say that
curious.
again.
Is it the amount that you pick that you'll trade in any one 5 minute trade? Is it like 1/10 of 1% of the total in the account, or what is that? Is there some percentage that you're picking to use?
Yes.
What is that
So
percent?
if
Is it
if I
one
want to
tenth
trade
of
on
one
account,
percent or
if I want to trade on account, let's say a $10,000 account, then what I do is um uh um I pick percentages. I risk maximum of 3 to 5%. Let's say maximum of 3 to 5% on
okay?
an account
All right. On any
to
one
trade, to
five
make
minute
an
trade
entry.
that you're doing, right?
So on a ten thousand
Okay.
dollar account, on a $10,000 account, the 3% is $300.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
if I
understand.
make an
Yeah.
entry, if I
Mm,
make an so if I make an entry of $300, then it's going to give me uh the sum of 200, and I think 276 or something. So
right.
yes, so it's going to give me a 276 uh sorry,
Okay. Take your
276
time. We're not in a hurry.
$276. So let's say, for
Yeah.
example, uh 276 on an entry. Let's say if I want to on a daily basis, I can trade like three or four, let me say 3 or 4 times. If I trade 3 or 4 times with 276, that would be 276 times 4. or let me say times five, because if I'm able to discover like five opportunities for the investor on a daily basis in the market, then that's times five. That should be 1,380. Then I would opt out of the market for the day.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it depends on what the investor and I discuss. This, if if I make this 1,380 times 30 days, that's way more than the investor has invested.
Right. And you've got how many? You
Yes.
said you
So,
have
but
six. I think you said last time we talked, you have like six investors. So right
yes,
now,
that I'm
so if you
currently
do
working with
four or
at the
five
moment.
trades with each one, that's 30 trades a day, right? So that's a lot.
Say that again.
If you have like six investors and you're going to make four or five trades for each one in a day, that's several trades in a day. That's a lot of work. Do you trade for each person every day, or do you skip days, or how do you do
Yes, I
that? I
trade
mean,
for each every I trade for each one of them every day. But before I trade the market, I wake up in the midnight. I analyze the market. I analyze further. I analyze uh to the future and see if there are going to be better moments in the market today, if there's going to be a better favorable moments in the
right?
market. So because I don't just jump into the market and then start
No, I
buying and
understand.
selling and buying and selling. I
You said
analyze
you
the
showed
market.
us what you showed us one time what part of the market you were trading in, and I forget what it was. Can you say it to us? It was a
So I trade.
certain aspect of the market, right?
Say that again.
You trade a certain aspect of the market.
Yes, I trade the currency. I trade currencies basically. I
That's
trade
it. Yeah,
currencies.
I
I
forgot
don't I
what it
don't
was.
really trade.
Currencies.
I,
Okay.
I trade currency pairs.
And you're trading the difference of the currencies. Is that what it is?
Yes, I
Okay.
trade I trade
Okay.
EUR against USD. I trade USD against JPY. I
Okay.
trade
Very nice.
yes. So I trade some currency pairs basically. So and I trade stable currencies. I know that they are very stable, and although no
Yeah.
currencies too stable, most times they go volatile, very volatile. So but basically,
Oh. Mm,
so what I do is this. But
mm,
one thing is, if an investor comes in and says, Paul, this is my goal. This is the amount I want you to risk maximum.
mm.
Then, and maybe ask some more questions. It will be very easier for me to tailor the right channel. I think one of my investors, the max I trade for him on a weekly basis is three times, because he believes trading is very risky, which is true, and then it's couldn't he believes you can't be right every day. Hmm,
Yeah.
maybe yes, that could be true. Yes, so he says um I should trade for him at least three times in a week. So I
So
trade, let's
you're
say
saying you're
I
sensitive
discover
to
some
the
opportunities for him.
sounds like you're saying that you're sensitive to the input of the client, how they want it done, and what their comfort level is,
Yes.
and all that. So
So now,
that's good to
when
know.
when
Yeah.
the investments progresses, and then they see the progress, then they come to believe more that okay, I think if this guy handles the investments continuously, and then this way, I think they can make more money. So they give me
Right.
more,
Right.
along the run, they give me more chance to do more, because
Yeah. I
that's
understand.
it. So, but in the beginning, They want to
They
say,
s-
okay,
they
risk
start having a
maximum of
little
3% on the
they start
account.
having a little more faith in you.
Yes, and I love that.
Okay.
I love it
Okay,
when
good.
somebody
Well,
start gaining
by then I would
trust,
think you
start gaining
earned it, so
faith.
that's good. You know what I'm saying? By then you've probably earned
Say
their trust by making good trades. So
yes.
that's a good thing.
You know, when you have trust in someone, you can easily recommend them.
Okay, okay. Yeah. All
Yes.
right.
So yes, that is my goal. When I am building this, that people should be able to confide in my abilities in trading and then be able to recommend me to someone too. That's better.
Right. Okay.
You
No,
know,
that makes
so it
sense.
gives yes,
Yeah.
so uh
Okay.
uh so that's it. So that's the goal. But
All
and
right.
also to help them discover that the binary market is it's favorable and in its positive side is very favorable, and with the right person trading the investment, then they can have the right returns on their investment. So that is my initial goal. So
All right. Good. No,
if
that's good.
if
That's good. And how? Let's get to the place where we ask you how can people get in touch with you? What do you want them to do? Email, phone? What do you want them to do?
yeah, you can reach out to me through the email. So you can reach out to me through the
Okay.
email. Um, through the email. Um, my email is adigwe paul78 at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Right.
adigwe paul78 at gmail.com.
Okay.
Then
Very
my
nice.
digits.
Okay. And I'll repeat it too. It's ADIGWE Paul PAUL, all one word, 78 at Gmail. Thanks, Paul.
Yes,
Well, let's wrap this
and
show
my
and then we'll do another one. How does that sound?
my
Is that okay?
all right, all right.
Because that way I mean, this is
Okay,
not
okay,
short, but
let's
it's
wrap this
shorter
show.
than if we keep talking, it'll be too long and people won't watch. People like to watch when it's shorter. And this show right here is not short, but at least it'll be shorter than it would have been if we stopped now. So, and then I'll just
All right.
I want to take a break for like 5 minutes, and then I'll call you and we'll do the next show. How does that sound?
Okay.
Do you want to tease us about what the next show is going to be about? Like you're going to talk about bunny rabbits or giraffes or what? I'm teasing you.
Say that again.
I'm trying to be funny. You're going to tell us next time
Okay.
about giraffes or what? Are
No.
you were the guy that
So
I asked you? Weren't you, Paul? Weren't you the guy that I asked if you had seen an elephant? And you said, "Yeah, I went to the zoo and saw one." Was that you, or was that I have a client over in Kenya too. Was that you, or was that him? You don't
no,
remember?
that's him.
Huh? That was him.
Yes.
Okay,
I
all
mean,
right.
I'm in Nigeria.
Well, I don't know which animals are in which countries. What wild animals do you have in Nigeria?
We have some normal animals. We have gorillas. We have we have chimpanzees. We have
Are they in the
elephant. We have
wild, or are they in reserves, or what?
they are the wild one,
Okay, good. All right,
and we have
all
some in
right,
the zoo.
all right. So, folks, I would say get in touch with Paul. His email is adigwe. That's his last name. aodaod6, Paul, Paul, all one word, 78 at gmail.com. Paul, thank you very much. We'll do another show here in a few minutes, okay? I'm going to take a break.
All
I'm going
right,
to
no
take a little
problem.
break. All right, boss. Talk to you soon.